Hello, this is Music Theory from the Beginning, and I am Enlight Mike. This is the introduction to Episode 2. Episode 2 will cover the musical alphabet, and we will build all of our major keys. Later we will cover modes and come to understand more about the keys. Now, quick review of what we covered in Episode 1. Originally, this material was Episode 1. But I wanted to create a video series where anybody, regardless of how much knowledge they did or did not have of music theory, could understand all my terms and could understand why these things exist, why they're the way they are. And so as I was covering the musical alphabet, it was like, well, I remembered when I first started learning music theory in a community college, in the music department, taught by people who were professional musicians with teaching certificates. And yet, it all came out piecemeal. It was like you had to get a whole bunch of knowledge before you could start seeing how these pieces fit together and it was nonsense. And I wanted to do something where we started at the beginning. And it's like, well, what is the beginning? Well, the beginning is exactly the same place that music theory started historically. And that's what I covered in Episode 1. The beginning of music theory is the octave. And that's two notes. And this is very interesting, okay? We have two notes. That sound like they blend together. And in between those two notes, we have 6 other notes that sound harmonious when played against the root note. And we called it the fundamental, but this time we're going to call it the root note. Now, those 8 notes, the root, its octave, and the 6 in between, that creates two things. It creates our major scale formula because the notes are not even distance apart. It's a double space, a single space, a double, a double, a double, and a single. Those are the spaces. So if we broke those double spaces into half, we'd actually have 12 spaces. And so right in between the notes that are double space, we're going to put another note. So that's where music theory begins. The octave, a fundamental note and its octave, and the 6 notes in between, the major scale formula, and 12 notes total. Now we're going to cover that. I'll see you in Episode 2.